Hello there, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for December of 2023. How are all my Tauruses doing? So depending on what part of the world you're in, over the last couple of nights there was some solar activity going on, some geomagnetic storms, and in some parts of the world the northern lights were visible more than usual. Hopefully you got a chance to get out and see those. I live in southeastern Wisconsin. I looked for them. I wasn't lucky enough to see any of them, but a lot of people in in the Duluth, Minnesota area, that far north, some people in Minnesota got to see them, and the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, central and northern Wisconsin. If not, that's okay. You never know. They're really unpredictable. Unpredictable. That seems to be the key word of the person that you're dealing with, or your situation. Unpredictable. I don't know why, but that just stands out to me. Alright, what do we have for Taurus? So right out of the bottom of the deck, we've got the Four of Wands in the reverse. So that talks about the door of opportunity has been shut. It can mean a few different things. If you're dealing with a job situation, it might mean that you're a little disappointed you didn't get the job that you applied for. It could also have to do with the main theme being you door slammed somebody where you just got tired of their crap, you've had enough, you slammed the door in their face, or you feel door slammed by somebody else. This could be talking about somebody that ghosted you. You know, really, if you have to keep asking the cards about the same person and they're immature enough to ghost you, that pretty much tells you all that you need to know right there, and you're too good for that, if that's your situation. And we've got the Eight of Wands in the upright, so if this is talking about a person that you feel closed the door in your face, I feel like communication is going to come through from them very soon. Whether you want to respond to it or entertain that energy, that's up to you. Do they deserve your energy? That's the question. And your goals, Taurus, is to just hibernate. You just want a nap. You know, you just kind of want to take a step back from all the commotion, and you've been chilling by yourself lately. It's more peaceful that way. You're trying to stay away from the drama. And in your far distant past, we've got the Temperance card in the reverse. So I feel like somebody irritated you, you lost your temper, closed the door in their face, closed the door on a situation, and now you're just chilling. You're hibernating and keeping to yourself. And in the recent past, we've got the Knight of Wands. So I feel like a lot of you... So that's in the near future, so I feel like we've got that Four of Swords here, and then followed by the Knight of Wands. I think that with the Four of Swords, you're conserving your energy, you're recharging, you're resting up, because you've got new beginnings coming in for you. You're getting into new creative projects, or things that you've been thinking about, possibly even business ventures. Something that involves creativity, passion, energy, drive. There's going to be some new beginnings for you. And right off the top of my head, I feel like a lot of you took a break from the dating world. You know, there might have been drama, people ghosting, people being immature. And I think after a period of rest and hibernation after the holidays, January, February, I feel like a lot of you are going to be possibly putting yourself back out there in the dating world, meeting new people, getting to know new people, getting out, doing things, physical activity. Take that however that resonates. And then in your near future also, we've got the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. So I feel like this person that was the one that you door slammed, or either they ghosted you, I feel like, the communication is gonna come through again, and it'll probably be by the time you don't give a shit anymore. And you're not gonna be able to get on the same page as this person with the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Could also be somebody that you know from work, and maybe people that are mutual friends with you guys. There's some toxicity in there, possibly. It got too drama-y, too many people running their mouths and talking. I don't think that you're gonna be able to come together with them very well. Like, you're on totally different pages. You're in totally different areas spiritually. And I'm getting in my head the common denominator that makes you feel closer to that person is something involving food. I know, my Tauruses love their food. Well, who doesn't? But I feel like maybe you shared a meal, or maybe they were an amazing cook, or you went to a restaurant together, which going to restaurants isn't really that out of the ordinary. But there was something involving food with this person. Like, maybe you shared a meal, or, something about food that brought you close to them. That kind of almost made you think that you liked them more than you did. Like, they're an amazing cook, but otherwise a biatch or D-bag or whatever. Something like that. And you, Taurus, so we've got the wheel in the reverse. So you are represented by the wheel in the reverse. So that has to do with a karmic cycle that you're trying to get unstuck from. So even though this person was a turd bag, it was part of it. It was meant to be during that part of your life for a lesson. If they're not meant to be in your life permanently, well, then it was a lesson. There's really no such thing as oh, that person was a waste of time, even though they pretty much were. If they weren't meant to be permanently, or they ghosted you or played games, it's part of your evolution and growth, to learn from that and learning of what you want and don't want. You definitely don't want them. You'll take the food, but other than that, they can go bye-bye and kiss your butt pretty much. You also could be dealing with a Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, or Scorpio. The wheel it's also associated with fixed signs, so your person might have heavy placements of those 4 signs: Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius. And in your environment, we've got the 8 of Pentacles, so that's interesting. So you've got the 8 of Pentacles, and because you also have that Knight of Wands, your new venture that you're trying to get into, it might even have to do with your field of work. Besides getting back out there into the dating world and giving love another chance, I think you might be considering going to school for something different, getting some coaching on a topic that's kind of new to you, or possibly going within your own company, like getting a promotion, taking extra classes to, like, go up the ladder. So the 8 of Pentacles has all to do with becoming the master of your craft. Or with that Knight of Wands, that also has to do with being passionate about your hobbies. You could be doing something that starts out as a hobby and then figuring out a smart way to monetize it. I feel like that's your situation. What else do we have? So what's the advice? What is the advice for my Tauruses? What advice do we have for my Tauruses? Right out of the bottom of flew right out of the deck, so we've got the Hanged Man in the reverse. That makes sense because the Hanged Man upright talks about just kind of sitting around waiting, being in a state of suspension, just kind of chilling. And that totally goes all together with that 4 of Swords, with, being in a state of hibernation, but because it's in reverse. So the advice is, once you've had a minute to chill, hibernate, have a break, get it going with that Knight of Wands, the Hanged Man in the reverse, coming down from your cat tree and getting back into action. Whether it's being involved with higher learning or getting back out there into the dating world, I feel like it's both. And if you have a steady person that, you're happy with and you're not going anywhere, obviously it's not talking about getting back into the dating world, but it could be talking about renewing something with them. Maybe you and your person might be planning different types of trips, different types of fun that you didn't really do before. Kind of bringing that sense of adventure back into you guys' relationship. It's like people that are together long term, sometimes they end up dating all over again, if that makes any sense. Because if you get complacent and kind of blah, you forget about that excitement. So you might be doing new things or getting into new hobbies together, possibly, if you have a person that's a steady one. And what outcome can we get for my Tauruses? So we've got the Queen of Wands in the reverse. So if you're dealing with a toxic person or the drama or, someone that ghosted you, I feel like they're only gonna get worse. Much, much worse. You're gonna find things out about them that you didn't even know before, and you're gonna be happy that you cut ties with them. Anything else? What else do we have for an outcome for Taurus? Alright, so we've got the Nine of Swords in the upright that talks about new beginnings and communication. And also the High Priestess. You've got a real interesting combination. So I feel like when you get back out there into new beginnings and becoming the master of your craft and working on your new projects, I think that with that High Priestess, it's also going to level you up spiritually in some way. And I feel like with that High Priestess, you're going to be keeping it all to yourself, becoming the master of your craft, putting your nose to the grindstone silently. And then you're going to surprise people with communication when you come back out of whatever it is that this project is that you're working on. I hope that made sense for you, Taurus. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Also, check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Alright, my Tauruses, I hope that all made sense. I hope you have a great rest of your month of December of 2023. Thank you so much for watching, Taurus.